Welcome back, everybody. Captain Krista Stedman with the Austin Travis County EMS Public Information Office. We are back at South by. It is a Friday evening. It is St. Patty's Day, so we are ready for a busy evening full of activity. Moving along with just showing you guys some of the things that we have available in our special event standby. We're going to talk some about our motorcycles. With me is Captain Mark Lynch, who is one of our motor medics, and he has been a motor medic for quite some time. So he is going to talk a little bit about that program and sort of take us through one of the motorcycles so you guys can see all of the stuff that it has. So Captain Lynch, thanks for joining me.
Pleasure.
So tell me just real basic, why do we have a motor medic program? What's the goal?
So we use them primarily in special events to get through gridlock traffic. So we can get to a patient, stop the clock on anything that's critical. We can get through traffic without disrupting traffic too much because it's already gridlocked, and so getting a giant ambulance through the roads is usually detrimental to getting to the whole system. But we can get to patients, we can stop the clock, we can do treatment, we can do ALS treatments for that patient, and either direct the ambulance to come in or to cancel as we see fit, and we can do a refusal from the bike.
Right on. So we utilize the motorcycles exclusively for special events, correct?
Currently, yes.
Okay. So in addition to South by, can you sort of give us some other scenarios about events where they're useful, like maybe the marathon?
Yeah, absolutely. So we use them in the 3M half marathon, which kind of goes from far north down to downtown, and so it's a
oh yeah, 26.2 miles.
No, this is the half marathon, so only 13.1. But the full marathon, the Austin Marathon, we do use them for 26.2 miles, and it's all throughout town, and again, gridlock traffic because there's so many road closures. We'll also use them out at COTA, the Circuit of the Americas, in the surrounding neighborhoods, the parking lots, all the ingress and egress for that event center. Just a lot of traffic out there, so we use them for that. We'll use them around neighborhoods at ACL sometimes.
Okay.
When the park is shut down, we'll use them at Kite Fest through Zilker Park. And we'll use them a lot on like little even 5K, 10K runs, like the Cap 10Ks coming up, stuff like that.
Right on. Okay. So let's dive right in. You want to take us on a little tour of the bike?
Yeah, absolutely. This is the BMW RTP. It's a 1200 cc motorcycle. The civilian version is the 1200 RT. The P stands for patrol or public service.
Okay.
So BMW actually shuts down their plant once a year, I believe, to make primarily police motorcycles. And so they upgrade them with lights, sirens, a different package basically. So it's a great motorcycle. It's the best motorcycle I've ever ridden. It's smarter than me.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's smarter than me. It's got a lot of electronics in there.
Okay.
It's got traction control, ABS, all the bells and whistles. So we go through a 2-week training course. I'm actually one of the instructors. We send all our riders through the Northwestern Public Safety School training course to make sure they're safe riders. It's a different style of riding than just civilian riding. And so
that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's all about safety, all about being able to stop when you need to stop, being in high acuity traffic areas and stuff like that without, obviously getting hurt. And then also tight turns, stuff like that. So we carry a full set of gear. We don't have a monitor as of yet, just because size. We're kind of restricted with size. Mm-hmm. So we have two sides. We have our BLS side, which has a gear bag in here, which has a lot of our standard just vital signs stuff, gauze. It's got we've got triage tags in here, tourniquets, pelvic binder, and then we've got airway stuff in here. So we'll have BBM, oxygen, nebs, stuff like that.
And now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the motor medic team is exclusively ALS providers, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to be able to have not just the medications and all the ALS gear, but also kind of the clinical mindset.
Absolutely.
To know, do we need to upgrade this for an ambulance, or can we treat and release from here? And just kind of decision making. A lot of times we'll be putting in the position of incident command if we arrive on scene first, because we get to scene so quickly. We're kind of there deciding what the rest of the event is going to look like.
Okay.
And then on this side we have our ALS side. The reason we set it up like this is because we always exit the motorcycle on the high side or the right side of the bike.
Okay.
And so typically we're going to be getting the BLS gear out. If we're going to an MCI or something like that, we can jump off the bike, grab this, has all our triage tags, all our airway, adjuncts, stuff like that. The ALS side is going to be for more stay and play type medicine. So in here we have a AED, full complement of medications, IV equipment, a thoracostomy kit, cric kit, stuff like that, eye gels. So we just have all our medications and stuff in here.
Now, I'm sure that inquiring minds want to know, can you transport a patient on this?
I mean, can you or should? The answer is no. To both.
Fair.
Yeah, no, it's not really about that. We get that asked a lot, and by jokers out on the street, they're asking where you put the patient. We have floated the idea of sidecars, but we're not going with that yet.
Oh my gosh, an EMS sidecar would be amazing.
This is more about getting to the patient and starting ALS treatment, and then if we need transport from there, we can bring that in.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. Any other bells and whistles you want to show off?
I don't know. I mean, it's a fun ride. So we've got our modular helmets. It's a helmet that kind of flips up and then comes down to cover full face helmet. And the first time I went code 3 on a motorcycle, I had to pull the modular helmet down because I was grinning so wide it looked like I stole it. It is honestly the best job.
It's that fun?
It is the best job that I've ever had.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Captain Lynch, so much for joining me, and thank you all for watching, and stay tuned because we'll be back with more.